Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. Most humans run from danger. If a giant metal disc descends from the sky and vaporizes a mailbox, the natural instinct is to flee. But in Utah there is a specific group of young men who do not run away. They run towards. They are the missionaries. Armed only with bicycles, backpacks, and an impenetrable shield of politeness, these soldiers of faith are trained to knock on doors that do not want to be opened. They are used to rejection. They are used to slamming doors. So, when an alien airlock opens, they don't see an invasion. They see a golden investigator. They see a captive audience that hasn't heard the message yet. To an alien warlord, this behavior is terrifying. They are prepared for soldiers. They are prepared for scientists. They are not prepared for two 19-year-olds named Elder Smith and Elder Young who want to know if the aliens have a moment to talk about their families. Today's story is about the Conquest Legion of the Tsar. They landed in Salt Lake City to strike fear into the populace. Instead, they picked up two boys on 10 speed bikes. And they spent the next 6 hours trying to get them to stop helping with the chores. This is the story of how a pamphlet defeated a plasma cannon. If you have ever pretended not to be home when the doorbell rang, smash that like button. You know the struggle. And if you want to see an alien try to explain galactic domination to someone who just wants to offer service, subscribe and ring the bell. Ding dong. High Commander Zok stood at the bottom of the ramp of the Star Reaper. His armor was spattered with the mud of 1,000 worlds. Inhabitants of Earth. Zok shouted to the empty street. Cower. For I have arrived. The street was silent. Curtains twitched. Then a whirring sound. Click click click. Two bicycles rolled up to the spaceship. The riders dismounted in perfect unison. They engaged their kickstands. They took off their helmets to reveal perfectly parted hair. Hello there, said the first one, extending a hand. I'm Elder Smith. And this is Elder Young. We represent the church, Elder Young added, smiling so hard his eyes crinkled. We noticed your vessel landed in the cul-de-sac. It's quite impressive. Is it a hybrid? Zok stared at them. He aimed his blaster. I am Zok. I am here to enslave your biomass. Wow, Elder Smith nodded empathetically. That sounds like a really big project. Enslavement is a lot of work. Do you have help? Or are you doing it all yourself? I command the Legion. That's great leadership, Elder Young chirped. You know, we actually have a message about leadership. It's about families. Do you have a family back on? Where are you from? Planet Xylos. Xylos? Beautiful this time of year, I bet. Do you miss them? Zok lowered his blaster slightly. I have not seen my broodmother in 3 cycles. Oh, that's tough, Elder Smith frowned. Being away from home is hard. We know. We've been on our mission for 18 months. Can we come inside? We'd love to share a message that might bring you some peace. Zok looked at his guards. The guards shrugged. You wish to enter the ship? If it's not too much trouble, Elder Young said, we can take our shoes off. Seize them. Zok ordered, confused. Take them to the brig. Oh, we can walk, Elder Smith said cheerfully. Lead the way. Nice ramp, by the way. Is this non-slip? Inside the ship, the aliens tried to intimidate the boys. They showed them the torture chamber. This is where we extract information. Zok roared, gesturing to a rack of spikes. Interesting, Elder Young noted. It looks a bit dusty. Do you guys need help cleaning this? We have service hours we need to fill. We're great at dusting. I do not need dusting. This is a dungeon. A clean dungeon is a happy dungeon, Elder Smith said, pulling a rag out of his backpack. Seriously, it'll take us 10 minutes. Elder Young is a wizard with Windex. Before Zok could stop them, the two missionaries began cleaning the torture instruments. They hummed to him while they polished the agony probes. Look at that shine, Elder Young said. You can really see the terror in your reflection now. The alien torturer, a beast named Grog, looked at his shiny spikes. It is actually much better. Thank you. No problem, Grog. Hey, have you ever thought about where you came from? Before you were a torturer? Zok dragged them to the bridge. Stop cleaning. Zok yelled. Sit down. You are prisoners. The elders sat. They folded their hands. They sat with perfect posture. So, Zok paced the room. Tell me your planet's weaknesses. Well, Elder Smith started. I think our biggest weakness is pride. We get so caught up in ourselves. That's why we're here. To help people be more humble. I meant military weaknesses. Where are the missiles? Oh, we don't know about that, Elder Young said. But we do know that a strong defense starts with a strong home. Zok, can we ask you a personal question? Zoc sighed. What? Are you happy? The bridge went silent. The crew looked at Zoc. Happy? Zoc whispered. I am a warlord. I have conquered 10 systems. I have infinite power. Right? Elder Smith nodded. But when you lay your head down at night on your plasteel pillow, do you feel joy? Zoc looked out the viewport at the stars. I feel empty. The conquest never ends. The screams, they blend together. That's heavy, Elder Young said softly. We have a book here. It's about a group of people who also fought a lot of wars. But they found a better way. Would you like to read it? It's free. He held out a blue book. Is it a tactical manual? Zoc asked, taking the book. Kind of. For your soul. Zoc opened the book. He looked at the picture of the happy family. They are smiling, Zoc noted. They are not conquering anyone. That's the point, Elder Smith smiled. Sir, the navigator interrupted. We have a transmission from the High Council. They demand to know why we haven't attacked. Zoc looked at the book. He looked at the shiny, clean bridge. He looked at the two boys who were currently offering to help the navigator fix his posture. Tell the council, Zoc said, that we are busy. We are investigating. For the next 3 days the Star Reaper did not attack. Instead, the crew was seen playing basketball in the cargo bay with the elders. They helped Elder Young fix a flat tire on his bike using nanotechnology. They learned how to bake bread in the nuclear reactor. The elders even baptized the ship's AI. It crashed for a second, then rebooted with a polite British accent. Finally, Zoc called them to the airlock. Elders, Zoc said solemnly. You must go. Are you sure? Elder Smith asked. We can come back next Tuesday. We have a lesson on tithing prepared. We think your empire could really benefit from giving 10%. No. Zoc panicked. Please. No money. You have done enough. You have cleaned the entire ship. You have made my crew soft. Grog refuses to torture anyone now. He just wants to talk about his feelings. That's progress. Elder Young cheered. You are dangerous, Zoc said. You defeat enemies by making them like you. It is a terrifying weapon. If I stay here, I will end up wearing a white shirt and a name tag. We have a spare in your size, Elder Smith offered. Go. Zoc pushed them down the ramp. The Star Reaper blasted off, leaving a rainbow trail behind it. Zoc sat in his chair reading the blue book. Sir, Grog asked, are we going to the next target? No, Zoc sighed. I promised Elder Smith I would call my mother. Set a course for Xylos. And the invasion? Cancel it. I don't want to run into any more of them. They are relentless. Back on the street, Elder Smith and Elder Young unlocked their bikes. Well, Elder Smith said. I think that went well. Yeah, Elder Young agreed. Golden contact. I marked them down as interested. Where to next? The house with the scary dog? Let's do it. They pedaled off into the sunset, the most feared warriors in the galaxy. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. The universe is vast and full of terrors. But nothing is scarier than a cheerful volunteer who won't take no for an answer. If you have ever hidden behind your couch to avoid a knock at the door, hit that like button. Comment below. What would you say if an alien knocked on your door? Subscribe. And remember, they're always watching. And smiling. Doorbell rings.